A modus operandi, or MO, is the particular way in which something is usually done. We often hear this term in crime shows to describe a killer's particular method. In this story, we'll talk about a killer whose modus operandi is to kill other killers using their MO. Sounds confusing. Ethan Thomas, the FBI's new golden boy, is sent to investigate a murder in an abandoned building in Metro City. He's been a rising star in the Special Crimes Unit due to his impressive investigation instincts. Ethan goes with a few officers to investigate the murder.
God, why do they always have to kill in such maggot-infested dumps? Why can't they pick a nice spot without addicts and gang members for once?
This guy's asking the real questions. The scene of the crime is set up like a display. The victim is a woman in a dress at a table with a mannequin in a suit. The table is set up like a date with plates and wine glasses. The well-dressed mannequin also has scars on its face. A blacklight reveals the victim was strangled to death by someone missing their index finger. Not sure why their handprint would show up in blacklight. I guess the murderer didn't wash their hands after the last time they used the bathroom. Sick bastard. While exploring the crime scene, Ethan has a vision of the killer carving marks into the face of the mannequin. This whole setup is the MO of a serial killer named the Matchmaker.
It's the work of a guy we've been calling the Matchmaker.
That's what I said. One of the officers smells cigarette smoke, and they assume it's coming from the suspect. The power goes out and they split up to cover more ground. While activating an electrical box, Ethan is shocked and sent to the floor. A man who we can only assume is the killer picks up the agent's gun.
How does it feel to be on this end of the gun?
He kills the other officers and tells Ethan they have similar goals, before throwing him out the third-story window. He wakes up in his apartment to find a man named Malcolm Van Horn there. He was a close friend of Ethan's late father. The man says the police are on their way since they think Ethan to be the one who killed the other agents with his own gun.
Ethan, you must trust me. I am here to help. Now go.
There's no time to explain. Yes, I just happened to be nearby when you fell from a window. Yes, I already knew where you lived to bring you here. Yes, I gave you a sponge bath while you were unconscious. Now go! On a determined mission to prove his innocence, Agent Thomas goes to hunt down the Matchmaker. This leads him to the subway tunnels where he is confronted by wave after wave of violent vagabonds, driven insane by an inexplicable force. Helping him investigate is Rosa, a lab technician back at the bureau. They've known each other for a while, so she trusts that Ethan didn't kill the two officers. Her skills help lead him to an abandoned department store, supposedly where the other mannequin parts came from. At the store, we find another Matchmaker scene. This time, a female mannequin with a male corpse. It turns out to be old Fourfinger himself, killed using his own MO.
Kills young women violently, poses them in grisly tableau with male department store mannequins.
It's plainly seen that the Matchmaker is not the man we saw at the beginning of the game.
So, this serial killer X kills serial killers. He takes them down using their own methods.
That was who shot those officers and told Ethan they have common goals. Rosa and Agent Thomas refer to this new killer as Serial Killer X, or SKX. In order to catch this killer, he decides to track the next killer that he thinks SKX would be after. This one is known as the Torturer.
Pretty sick stuff. He likes to abduct people, torture them for fun, then let them loose and hunt them down.
Ethan suggests they meet at an old library to look up info on the Torturer, since he can't exactly walk into the bureau to view his file, and Rosa agrees. While looking up information about the Torturer, they realize Serial Killer X was there watching them. Their findings lead them to the Torturer's old high school, where he recently struck, this time against his former gym teacher. They find the teacher still alive, who tells them someone else kidnapped the Torturer before he could finish the job. With the help of Malcolm Van Horn, who seems to know more than he's letting on, shocker, they find the Torturer's body in an old farmhouse. He was also killed by using his own modus operandi. Soon after, Ethan finds SKX, who is revealed to be Leland Van Horn, Malcolm's nephew. And we get a villain monologue, oh yeah. Behind Leland is a mysterious creature known as the Hate, that is identified as the influence that has caused the citizens of Metro City to lose their minds. Malcolm pins down Leland and pleads with Ethan to kill the Hate to cure Leland. He succeeds in doing so in a very dramatic fashion. Geez, I don't even know if I can show that. And Malcolm drives him back to the city. While driving, Ethan hears a noise from the trunk. Malcolm couldn't bring himself to kill Leland.
No, you still don't understand. He's done unspeakable things, even though those he killed were killers themselves. But he isn't responsible.
Ethan raises his gun to shoot Leland, but he grabs the gun first and shoots himself, making himself the last murderer he kills. Sometime later, Rosa meets Ethan at a diner. Rosa secretly reveals she is wearing a wire, since the FBI is still investigating him. Ethan goes to the bathroom in the diner, and when he looks in the mirror, he can see his reflection becoming deformed to make himself look like the Hate, and the story ends. So what is the Hate? Is Ethan now influenced by it? Is the FBI, I don't know, in on it somehow? There is a sequel that came out a couple years later, and I'll probably go over that. But if you are on the hunt of a dangerous killer, then hey, careful out there.